Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Morning Brews show on Tottenham on Tour with myself and the Roadman. On today's show, Bournemouth come back from 3-0 down. Jadon Sancho is free of Manchester United and he is back to goals. And Radu Dragusin, the Perfectionist. Tune in here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, your world-famous morning news show. David, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Yeah, a little bit stressed, mate. A little bit stressed. Traffic jams and idiot parents and stuff like that. Nightmare, mate. Absolute nightmare.
Absolutely the worst. Absolutely the worst.
I got me little.
Everyone's having a good morning. Unfortunately, guys, we have to start on some somber news. Yesterday, we got the tweet from the Spurs. Let's get the right tweet up. Let's get the right tweet up first. We will start with some very sad news coming from the Spurs watch. A wonderful Tottenham supporter passed away last week, who used to frequently come to Spurs games, and her partner Ali is asking if her name can be commemorated at White Hart Lane in the game that is next coming. From everyone here at Tottenham on Tour, we want to wish really Ellie rest in peace. Our thoughts go out to Ali. That's a horrific thing to happen to you, to lose the love of your life, someone you're going to be marrying. So a massive rest in peace. And we all need to come together. Every single fan, share this, please. Share it with the club. Share it with all the other Spurs YouTube channels. Share it with everyone. We've lost one of our own, and we've got to help it. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Let's welcome to see who's in the chat. Let's welcome to see who's in the chat. We got Sean Slater's in the house. Good morning, Sean. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. Guardian of the Pombo and a member of the channel, Andrew Gregory. Good to see you, buddy. YouTube member. We got TMHD. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully you are well. Hopefully you're well. Benjamin Foster. Good morning to you, YouTube member. Sammy, we got Tony. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We got Shem Tang, and we have MZ so far. Let's get back onto football news. Bournemouth come down from 3-0 down to beat Luton Town in the Premier League yesterday. That is mad, isn't it, David?
Yeah. But that's what the Premier League's about, isn't it? If you're a Luton fan, you're going to be devastated. I mean, to be 3-0 up, usually 99% of the time, you've won the game. Even if the other team gets like 1-2 goals, you pretty much won the game. But for Bournemouth to come back and put 3 past them,
yeah,
that's
4 past them. 4 past them.
Yeah, put 4 past them. Yeah, and it's kind of like, you know,
that's the magic of the Premier League.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's the magic of the Premier League. It's these games, they don't always happen, but when they do, they're good to watch, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, if you're a Bournemouth fan, before you got that first goal to make it 3-1, if you wanted to go home,
and you're ecstatic going to work this morning, or
ecstatic, chest out. Yeah. Everything. Like, I know it's only Luton, but they've not been too bad. You know, the football they play is really good. But Bournemouth, I mean, they're doing well now, aren't they? So, yeah, fair play to them. I mean, that's a hell of a comeback.
Yeah.
That's a rare comeback, to be fair. I know people can say, oh, yeah, but it's only... That's a rare comeback. To be 3-0 down in that amount of time and then to put 4 past the team. Luton capitulated.
It's what happens when you're up against Premier League opposition, though, isn't it? It's especially in this day of age, games can turn, and once you've used all your energy, it's the end of you, isn't it? Even with 5 substitutions, being able to keep up with teams that are fitter than you. And let's face it, Luton are basically still a Championship side playing in the Premier League. They're not, although they play in the Premier League, they're not, let's say, a Premier League side. Most of their players played for them in the Championship. So, whereas Bournemouth have been in the Premier League now 3 years in a row, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
like that. These are Premier League players now. So it's what happens. Let us know what you thought of the Bournemouth game if you watched it. I didn't watch it personally. I was making memes on the internet, which were absolutely hysterical. But that is a great advert for the Premier League. It's a great advert for football. You've never won the game until the lady sings at the end of it, have you? You've never won the game.
No.
The game's never over.
No, to be fair, that's what our season's been like, if you think about it. A lot of last-minute goals, a lot of last-minute wins, things like that, where we look like we were going to lose, but we come back. Obviously not in that type of style, but the end is the same, you know. For me, this is what brings back to this whole new change in regulations and things like that, is we're rarely going to see this type of, you know, team again. You know, these type of matches with the littler teams, because the whole system's going to be all about the big teams. And it's a damn shame because, yes, Luton have come up. They're going to go back down most likely. But still, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, from the weekend, that's probably the most entertaining bloody game.
Yeah.
Really, I know ours was great.
Yeah.
But if you look at it as a whole...
If you're a Villa fan, it wasn't entertaining.
No, exactly. Yeah, if you're a Villa fan. But if you're just a neutral football fan and you're looking at it from a whole, what a game to watch. What a game. You know. Oh, yeah. It's
an interesting one because we were talking about this, and apparently the money that was actually offered that the EFL wanted from the Premier League was actually £900 million. I was just like, right, fair play. That's why they're not giving them that money, because that's a lot of money.
Right.
That's a lot of money. 900. If it was like half of that, I'd be like, yeah, that's a bit tasteless, but yeah, but I can understand it. 900 million quid. That is a lot of money for Premier League teams to give up. That is unsustainable. Ian Meth said it in our Tottenham on Tour chat. Do you think McDonald's are giving money to the local chippy? No. Why should we give money to other local football teams?
Yeah, I mean,
I do get it. £900 million is a lot of money. I know there are a lot of teams in the football pyramid, but I can understand why they said, no, we're not doing that. We're not giving you that much money.
Yeah, because
reasonable.
That's just giving leeway to all the owners in the Championship and everything.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
That's ridiculous. If that's the case, then fair enough. I can understand it.
It's a lot of money. Bill was saying Luton must be the first team to be 3-0 up and get beat since Tottenham versus Leicester.
Didn't we do it at City in the Cup?
Oh, City as well. Tottenham versus Bolton. We always go up against Bolton and lose 4-3. Audio Artisan, good morning. Good morning. We got QB. It's 1:10 in the morning for you, miss. Go to bed. Go to bed. QB saying Bournemouth's going on the uptrend now. Tyler Adams is back fit now. USA. Good to see you, QB. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you. Andrew was saying we were 3-0 up against City in the cup and lost 4-3. Yep. I remember that. Leicester, Man United, Man City. We've done so many.
We just go through all the teams and just literally pick them all out because we've done it at one point, haven't we, with someone?
Oh, yeah, it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. because the clocks went forward in America. Go to bed. Go to bed. That's just ungodly. Big up, boys. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, James. Good to see you, James. The 5-3 loss to Man United was a disgrace. Yeah, it was. I remember that. Speaking of a disgrace and Man United, Jadon Sancho looks like a footballer again.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho has got 7 goal contributions since he joined Borussia Dortmund.
Well, he's gone back to where he lives.
Sancho the problem, Man United fans. I was saying I would have Jadon Sancho, but not for the money they wanted. And he's proven it. Jadon Sancho is proven to be a quality player in the Bundesliga. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I agree, but he did it before in Borussia Dortmund. Do you know what I mean? He already did it previously before he went to United, and clearly there's big issues deep within the United system, because there's always been a drama with someone. If you noticed lately, there's always a player, there's always something going on, and I can understand, why he wanted to leave. The issues with Ten Hag, I think, affected the team as well. I think the main person that probably affected on was Rashford. I think he
needs his mate.
Yeah, he needs mates there, because he had, how many people did he have there at one point? Now, a lot of them are gone. With obviously the Mason Greenwood drama, all that type of stuff. But he's happy. Sancho's back to where he started, basically, where he got his name out there. He enjoyed his football, and he's proven it again.
Is this a fundamental problem with Manchester United Football Club, that these English players are not thriving? They go somewhere else. They go to Germany, of all places. And they're like, that goal he scored the other day, he went on like an amazing run and he scored a goal. This is a fundamental problem with Manchester United, that there seems, is it the pressure of playing for, in my opinion, still the biggest club in the world, fan base wise, traditionally, trophy wise? Is this the pressure of playing for Manchester United that's getting these players?
I think it is, but I also think it boils down to the situation with their owners, the situation with everything behind the scenes, but also I think it boils down to the mentality of the player.
Yeah.
When they go to United, they develop this little ego where they believe that they should play every game. They believe that no one should be in front of them.
Yeah.
You look at the likes of Menu, Garnacho, who else has been all right for them? Say even the likes of like Dallo, players like that who at one point it looked bad, it looked terrible. McTominay, Maguire, players like that, it looked like it was over, But for me, they kept that mentality, they kept that desire to want to play for their team. And if you haven't got that mentality, and say you're having an issue with the manager, like apparently the reports were stating that Sancho and Ten Hag were having an issue. Well, the mentality of Sancho should have been, well, I want to apologise, get over it, whatever. This is for the team. But it weren't. That ego there was like, well, no, you should bow down to me. Basically, in that sense,
Ten Hag has had that with too many players now. He had it with Ronaldo. He had it with Sancho. He's having it with Rashford currently at the moment. This seems to be a Ten Hag problem, not a player problem.
But hypothetically, if you think about it, could we see the same with Ange? Because like he stated, having the wrong players in your dressing room could cause more issues. No matter what talent they are, it can cause more issues. And if you notice, the players Ten Hag's having an issue with are them big ego style players. Ronaldo, one of the biggest egos in football. Rashford, again, yes, he's done fantastic things outside of football, but he's got an ego about himself. And he's been terrible this season. Don't get it wrong. Rashford has been dreadful. Even my brother, who's a United fan, agrees with me.
Yeah, most United fans I speak to want Rashford gone.
Yeah, summer. That's it, exactly. And the same with Sancho. They come with an ego, and I think Ten Hag knows that. He's trying to create a team, just like we did, just like Ange did with Tottenham. And yet, when you got these egos sitting in your dressing room, it's kind of hard to do that. Because you're going to have them little cliques. You're going to have that. At the moment, look at us. We had cliques. Conte said it perfectly. Too many individuals in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Now, do you see any individuals with us? I can't see it. I see us together. Every player is there for each other. We got the right captain in. We got the right sub-captains. We got everything correct at the moment, and we're looking like a really good team. I think with Radcliffe coming in, I think there could be a massive change.
Yeah.
Will Ten Hag stay beyond the summer? Probably not. I can't see it. I think Radcliffe's going to go for someone like a Potter, personally.
See, I think Potter is not a good enough manager. I think Potter should go to a West Ham, a manager like that, a team that's got academy-based credentials. Although Manchester United do as well, and United do have a lot of academy players. I don't think he's the right manager for Manchester United.
No, I don't. But apparently Radcliffe likes him. When I was speaking to my brother, apparently Radcliffe does actually really like Potter. But United have been on a downward spiral for a while now, pretty much ever since Fergie. They've had this issue where managers are coming in and they're doing what we did. Manager comes in, lasts a couple of seasons, gone. I mean, Ollie was the longest running one so far. Yeah. And they need to find someone who they're actually going to stick with.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Sean. Brotherhood. That's it. Everyone's together. United, I don't believe United really have that. They have it in parts. I mean, you look at some of the players who are doing well at the moment. Garnacho, right? He had issues at the start. Wanted to be Ronaldo. Was idolizing Ronaldo. Still does, but he had that ego of Ronaldo. Apparently, Bruno Fernandes had a chat with him, and that stopped. And now he's playing football. McTominay was being told he was going to leave United. Now, working hard for them. This is what you need within a football club. It's not just about talent. You could fill a squad full of the best talent in the world. If they don't work together, you're going to have the worst team.
Yeah.
So,
the Galactic. That's why the Galacticos were so good in some parts. Because not only were they the best players in the world, they were all the team orientated, like the Rauls, the Beckhams, the Zidans, the Carloses.
Oh,
that team's ridiculous. That team was ridiculous. Can
you imagine that team now? If you spawned them at that age now.
My God. I don't think Beckham would be able to play in that team because wingers don't really exist. Beckham would have to be a right back today because he's not
probably.
My God, was that team good?
Yeah.
This is actually a really good point from Chris Loney in regards to the Champions League. Inter and Napoli were knocked out, which means the UK's coefficient rating, if now that Manchester City and Arsenal have gone through, if they go for another round, I think that means fifth place will get Champions League football this year. Is that? I believe so. Yeah, the coefficient rankings. If Arsenal and Manchester City do really well in the Champions League, fifth place in the Premier League will get an extra Champions League spot.
Well, that can't be bad for us then, wouldn't it?
Oh, it won't be. But it also means we'll get fifth place because we were like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
It's one of those things. This is a good point, Chris Loney. What does everyone think of this, actually? Are Tottenham ready to play in the Champions League? I don't think we are. I'd like to see us play in the Champions League because I love hearing that music. But it's whether we're going to start spending money to compete in that competition.
See, this is where I think it is a good thing if we were to get into the Champions League, is the fact that the players we've bought, we need to be in as many competitions as we can so we can bring these players in and use them. I can understand this season why Ange has pretty much had a set team. Once we were out of the Cups, he's got his set team now. And other players are waiting for injuries, like obviously with Van der Ven and Dragusin, and other things like that. But if we were in the FA Cup, we were in the Carabao, we were in the Champions League, there's so much change Ange can make, but also he needs a lot more players. Yeah. So I think come the summer, if we do get Champions League, I think we will see an influx of players. I really believe it. Lange, Paratici, you know what I mean, from his jail cell. McKenzie.
He's not in a jail cell, mate.
I know he's not in a jail. It's the running joke.
He's in a coffee shop in Milan, living his life.
With a baby screaming behind him, making deals, mate.
You need to go to Milan, mate. That doesn't happen. He's sitting there, cappuccino in hand, a nice pasticceria. He's probably enjoying himself. He doesn't have to be in London, getting on the Central Line in the heat, in the terrible weather. He's probably thinking, this is all right, this.
But when it comes...
He's probably going, Bella Vita. Bella Vita.
Yeah, but when it comes to the Champions League, we do need an influx of players. And I don't mean the likes of these Lucas Bergvalls,
no, we need proper
Valises and everything. We need to bring in the Ezes,
I don't even think we need to bring in an Eze. If we get into the Champions League, we need to buy Champions League players that have played Champions League football regularly.
Oh, yeah, but I think, for me, I think Eze would thrive in the Champions League, you know. I think he'd enjoy it, mate. The skill he's got and his ability. Because if you think a lot of the teams we'll play will be them teams that have that kind of defensive style midfield. Yeah, they usually use like a 2 in defense in the midfield and things like that. Eze against midfields like that, mate, he'd run ragged.
Yeah.
He would run ragged. The skill and his ability, I think he'd thrive in it.
Yeah.
And we miss it. We've always been in Europe, and the one thing that like it kind of gave us a good thing was being out of it, because it gave Ange time to build up on things.
We could buy
yeah. Hey, yeah.
It's better to walk up the hill and slip. So Champions League 25, 26 would be better. You never know. You never know. Eze and Elise. I'd love Eze and Elise. I love those two. Low center of gravity, quick,
skillful. Yeah.
Love it.
I think them type of players would thrive in the Champions League, you know. I really believe it. Especially
like, get you off your seat. Players get you off your seat. That's what I love. Right. Yeah. Finally, the last piece of news is a tweet. We can share the screen again. This is professional. No, it's not, because I can't find my thing. There we go. Professional stream. Here we go, from the Spurs Express. It's about Radu Dragusin. Radu Dragusin has been talked about by his agent, and this is an article from Jack Pittbrook saying that he likes to weigh his own food. He measures his own sleep. He goes to the gym before and after training if he can. And he has 1 year left on the degree course in Romania and is not playing. He likes to play chess. This player, he's driven, isn't he? This is the mentality we need of a football player, isn't it? Absolutely wants to be. It's like the Ronaldo mentality, isn't it? I want to be the best. I want to control everything about me, so I'm the best.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Honestly, when we've signed players in the past, you look at some of them, they don't have even a quarter of the mentality of someone like Dragusin. To see this come out, and don't get me wrong, I'm really against agent chatter and family chatter when it comes to football, because it's too much at times, right? But the last interview with his agent, it was actually a really good one. It was actually positive. It painted Dragusin in really nice light.
Yeah.
Where, you know, he's training good. He's happy when he's training. It's like he's playing a match. And we seen when he came on, it was a horrible situation. Van de Ven dropping down. He's coming on, I think it was like the 60th minute, something like that. Yes, he had a couple of little mistakes. We've got to point them out. But he settled very quickly. And he looks solid. Now, when it comes to the weekend, he's going to be starting. Because Van de Ven ain't starting Fulham. So he's going to have to start. That's where we'll see what type of player we've got. The little cameos, even a 20, 30-minute one, can't tell you a story. The story is when he starts the match from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we'll
see.
How
does he work with Romero? How do they work? I think those two will be brilliant together, because they both speak Italian and they'll have that. I think they'll really work well together, personally. I think them two will be destroyers. It won't be like a destroyer and a creator. It'll be two destroyers. It'll be like old school English football centre-back. We're going to batter you if you come anywhere near us. And the cultured player has to be Basuma in front of. It's almost like Basuma needs to act like a third centre-back against Fulham. Needs to be closer to them, get the ball off them and start creating. It might even be a reason to play both Bentancur and Basuma at the weekend.
Yeah. No, I agree on that one. See, the thing is, Dragusin is strong. We've seen it. He is very strong. But he needs to... I know this sounds so stupid now, probably. And people are probably going to laugh in the comments. But he needs to take that Romero style of mentality and realize, look, I need to calm down.
Yeah.
Because Romero's still yet... I'm not going to say it, but I think we all know what is yet to happen to him in 2024. But he's changed.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the big kerfuffle when McGinn took out Dogi. Son was getting grabbed by Diego Carlos. I think his name is it Costa. Is it Costa or Carlos?
Yeah, it was Diego Carlos.
was grabbing him. Romero went over and was grabbing him and just say, look, gave him that look to say, get off him or I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
Sonny noticed that, and Sonny went off afterwards to him and was like, listen, relax, calm down, don't worry about it, forget about it. They're trying to get ahead. Let's get on with the game.
Yeah.
And he's been outstanding in that sense. Yeah, he has been fantastic, not giving away stupid fouls. He's being aggressive, but doing it correctly. I mean, you look at that tackle he made on a player they brought on where he literally sweeps round and kicks the ball away. We want an
encore.
But Dragusin.
Oh, Douglas Luiz, maybe.
Douglas Luiz, sorry. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Thank you, Sean. Yeah. We need them to be really on the game against Fulham.
Yeah.
Because any mistakes, I think the ref's going to be on us straight away. We're in such a position that if we win Fulham and we carry on a little run, when we face that run that we've got of City, Liverpool, Arsenal, we've got a big say in that big say in the league at the end of it. Now, who would have thought of that? This little old Tottenham.
David. We're going to win all 13 games and win the league. It's a
we could. We could. Do you think at the beginning of the season? No, listen. No. I know we can't, right? Before anyone clips this, any rival fans clip this and sends it about. I don't think we're going to win the league.
Clip it and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour.
No, but if hypothetically, right, we go on a run of games like we did at the beginning of the season, that 10-game run where we didn't lose a game, we could be up there with a question. No doubt about it. Anyone can win the league, right? It can happen.
We're
one game you're not allowed to win. No, we would. That's got to be a 12-0. That's got to be a 12-0 thriller.
The David household is going to be really hard.
I'm going to be on the couch, mate.
On the couch. But we could put a run together. Put a run together. See what we can do.
Yeah, and even if we don't, I can't say that we've had a bad season, especially the first one under Vange, with a lot of young players. I know there's fans out there, who criticize the hell out of it. They're sick of it. They want to win a trophy. We all do. But it's taken the fact that we know we can't win a trophy at this season. So you look at it as a whole, it's not been terrible. We could have done better, but circumstances, situations, and still learning himself. It's his first season in the Prem. It's a lot of these players' first season in the Prem.
Yeah.
We're in fourth, and if we go on a run of games, yes, we could technically win the league. Is that so terrible? No. Next season, that's when questions can be asked. That's when questions can be answered. That's when we can see where we are as a club. If Leeds are going to backhand in the summer, if the players are going to change that mentality of this Spursy and progress to the point where we can actually start challenging for things again.
Everyone get your voodoo dolls out.
Yeah.
Everyone get your genies out. Whatever magic creature that does wishes, all make a wish.
Get your pennies in the wells.
Get your pennies in the well. Message in a bottle. Get it going.
Manifest it.
David, we win in the league. That image was everyone bowing to Sonny. We are geared up better for a better season next season. This year was a year of learning, absolutely. QT is softened because Hitman Johnson is there.
Hey, he's got his little bulldog, mate. Yeah, Johnson. He seems like a quiet boy, but everyone forgot about that tackle he did on Richarlison for Forest. It seems like everyone was like, "Oh my God, with Johnson, he's like this." Like, no, he's always had that. He's got a little angry side to him, and he's aggressive. And I think, like I said on, I think it was on, which stream was it? Wow, I think it was one of the streams back where I said he's got it in him. He just needed to settle within Spurs and realize he could actually be like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to be quiet. And I think we'll see more of it. I think we're going to see a really good Johnson in the end of the run of this season. I hope so, anyway.
Phil P. Woo! is saying some of the forward players need to be improved upon, and we'll leave you do that. What he needs to do finally. We know what the answer to that is, but there is a green shout. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Richarlison loved that bit of game. I think Richarlison probably would have got himself sent off, to be honest. I think
he's 2-footing McGinn straight off the bat. Like, he's going after him.
Yeah. It's that thing. It's, will Tottenham do what is necessary to win a trophy next year? Get rid of the terrible players like the Emersons, the Skips. Move on, maybe like a player like. Here's the thing: if we're going for a league title, I want Højbjerg in my team because there are going to be moments in a game when you're 1-0 up and you need to put Højbjerg on to calm things down and to be all hands to the pump. There is a reason to have a Højbjerg, even though I don't want him at the club anymore. We need to remove the bad players from the books and get better players in.
Yeah, but the issue is we can't get rid of Skip. Quickly, we can't get rid of Skip because if we get into the Champions League, we need 5 players who have come from us. So unless we bring up an academy player or someone,
Alfie Devine's here.
Yeah,
Alfie Devine's here. But on that note, guys, it is time to end the show. Thank you all so much for watching, and a reminder to please subscribe to Tottenham on Tour if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed to the coffee company, please do that as well. I'm getting the link for the channel. We are hopefully on the way to 700 subs. If we can get closer to that today, that would be really, really great. And another thoughts out to Ali from Tottenham on Tour. We all wish you all the best. It's really sad. Please share that tweet that they posted, and let's get the club to do a proper send-off for Ellie, because that is a really horrible thing to lose. Thank you all so much for watching today's stream. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, if you smell what the Kauff is brewing. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao for now.